Welcome back, Pokemon fans. Angel of the Night here. We are back again with the Grand Challenge 2025 Part 2. This is Team number 1, and we are getting into battle number 8. Our opponent here today is going to lead off with a Whimsicott and an Ursaluna. I'm going to lead off here, of course, with my Ninetales and my Exeggutor. So, with the Ninetales, of course, we've got the Drought set up, which activates the Chlorophyll onto the Exeggutor, which means that we should be able to outspeed anything on the opposing side. However, we do have to worry about the Tailwind coming in from the Whimsicott as well. But we are going to go ahead and swap out our Ninetales into the Indeedee, so that way we can actually set up the Psychic Surge. And then, of course, we are going to go in for the Expanding Force with the Exeggutor. That way we can actually hit the two Pokemon at once. So that's what you're going to see here. You're going to see Indeedee coming into the field. And just as I said, the Psychic Surge. Okay, so we've got the Sun set up, we've got the Psychic Terrain set up. We're going to see a Terrestrialization here coming in from our opponent, and that is going to be Terra Normal with the Ursaluna. Now, of course, that's a very common Terrestrialization for Ursaluna, mainly because of the whole Hyper Voice situation. But we're going to go in for that Expanding Force here now. We're going to be able to hit the two Pokemon at the same time. Luckily for us, we actually pick up the KO off onto the Ursaluna, knocking it out. But, you know, Whimsicott actually still remains. Didn't actually get taken out in this match here, but they've retaliated with the Moonblast. So Moonblast does take hit onto the Exeggutor, taking us down to 96 HP. And then the next Pokemon that comes in is going to be Charizard. Now, of course, Charizard onto the field, that could potentially be a big problem. We're going to go in for the Follow Me situation here, and we're also going to go for the Terrestrialization to Fire. And we're likely going to hit the Expanding Force here into the Whimsicott. Now, the reason why we wanted to go for the Expanding Force here is because we want to hit the two Pokemon at once, but luckily for us, we actually have the Terra Fire, which allows us to be able to resist any kind of fire-based moves that may or may not be coming into the field. So that is definitely a positive aspect of this Exeggutor here when you're up against another Sun Team. Okay, here is the Tailwind from Whimsicott. I knew it was only a matter of time before we were going to see that. Here comes the Heat Wave. Heat Wave is actually going to be able to pick up the KO on two of our Pokemon. Unfortunately, Exeggutor does go down. I guess the Charizard must be Solar Power, I'm assuming, and probably Life Orb. Most of these Pokemon are usually set up that way. So Solar Power, yes, no to the Life Orb. But they had a decent amount of boost, so they must be getting the boost there from the Solar Power. Next Pokemon coming in is going to be our Sneasler, and then of course we're going to be bringing Ninetales back onto the battlefield. So of course the Sun is already set up, not like I would want to set up more Sun, but we are going to have to decide what we are going to want to do with the Ninetales. Pretty much all I can go for is the Heat Wave here. I can't really go for any kind of a Grass type move. I really have to depend on Sneasler getting the Rock Slide. Rock Slide really needs to be the play here. However, it looks like I'm deciding between Rock Slide and Protect. I don't know why I was thinking Protect at the time, but Rock Slide is the correct move. Moonblast into the Sneasler, we do survive, and then of course here's the Heat Wave coming in from the Charizard. Unfortunately, Sneasler is not going to be able to get that Rock Slide off in this turn, and goes down from the damage. Here we are with the Heat Wave that's going to be able to pick up the KO off onto the Whimsicott, but our opponent still has one more Pokemon remaining. So that is Charizard, getting a little bit of damage there as well from the Solar Power. And the last and final Pokemon is going to be Torkoal. Now, Torkoal, of course, is not the ideal Pokemon to be up against right now. I can't really do anything with my Heat Wave. I can't really do anything with Weather Ball. If the sun was actually out, I'd be able to use Weather Ball, but nothing I can do here. We do go down from the Charizard, and that is going to be the match. So, good game to my opponent. If you enjoyed the battle, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, post your comments, and I'll catch you guys in the next battle. Peace out.